More trouble for the Tokyo Olympics. About 60 COVID-19 infections have been linked to the Games 4 days before the opening ceremony. Infections have been confirmed among athletes from South Africa, the Czech Republic and the United States. But organisers say that the number is actually lower than expected.
What we're seeing is what we expected to see, essentially. If I thought all the tests that we did were going to be negative, then I wouldn't bother doing the tests in the first place. We do the tests because they are a way of filtering out people who might be developing an infection, who might become a risk later. So we identify them early, we take them apart from other people, and we manage them and look after them, and we look after the contacts. So it is expected that as we go through the different layers of filtering, we see cases coming out.
Infections are expected to rise at the Olympic Village. At least 21 people have been found to have been in close contact with members of the South African football team, most of them athletes. 2 players and a support staffer had tested positive even after quarantine. The team is set to play Japan on Thursday, but the match is now in limbo. The game can only go on if those identified as close contacts undergo strict health exams and return negative COVID-19 tests. Fears are growing that the Olympics will become a super spreader event. The latest poll by the Asahi newspaper shows that more than 2/3 of Japanese doubt the organisers can keep the games safe. At the same time, Toyota, one of Tokyo 2020's top sponsors, has decided to cancel TV commercials related to the games. Executives have also decided not to attend Friday's opening ceremony. Now, regardless, preparations for the Games are proceeding at full speed. Michio Ishida tells us how Japan is gearing up for the big opening.
Tokyo is stepping up traffic control. Toll fee in the capital's Shutoko Expressway is up by about $9 for peak hours. Lanes on roads will be prioritized for Olympic-related vehicles. Now, these restrictions are making many residents unhappy. It's as many are not even welcoming the Olympic Games. COVID-19 cases among Olympic stakeholders are reported daily. The latest, 3 from South Africa's football team at the Athletes Village in Tokyo, including a coach. 21 are regarded as close contacts, most of them athletes. If they test negative 6 hours before their match, they can play, given the team they're facing approves. South Africans are scheduled to face Japan this Thursday. Now, South Africa's rugby sevens team initially had to be isolated upon landing in Japan as a passenger on their flight tested positive. They made it to their training ground in Kagoshima, southern Japan, but its coach tested positive. Now, some scandals surfaced. Music producer of the opening ceremony unveiled in a magazine interview he was a bully when he was a student and committed atrocious acts towards those with disabilities. Chief Cabinet Secretary Katsunobu Kato said during his press conference, bullying committed is unforgivable. Then there's a case of a sexual assault by an Uzbekistani student who was working at the Olympic Stadium towards a Japanese staff there. The student was arrested. And suddenly, from the past few days, Tokyo and many prefectures are experiencing a heat wave. It's going to be a tough environment for athletes who compete outdoors. Michio Ishida, CNA, Tokyo.